This is a must watch and a must share. Mark Cuban went on The Problem with Jon Stewart, his podcast, and discussed the Silicon Valley Bank collapse and what has happened to the shareholders.
You owned a share of stock in Silicon Valley Bank, where you owned, at one point it had a $60, $70 billion market cap, plus their debt, billions of debt. Owned any of that debt or any of those shares of stock, that money's gone, never to be seen again. Literally, if somebody owned 5% of Silicon Valley Bank, $1 billion worth, to make the numbers easy, they are no longer a billionaire.
Even if another bank comes in and buys their assets, which, by the way, I would assume their assets are still quite viable, that their assets are probably close to what they're...
They've got good assets. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
They've got good assets, but I think in the UK, I think HSBC bought the UK Silicon Valley
That's right.
for $1, or no, for €1, right? So that tells you what it's worth.
Right.
I just want to clarify too. They bought it for €1, but they're backing all the liabilities. They're standing behind all the deposits, which involves risk. So the €1, I think it's a little misleading that it was a valuable. It is a valuable franchise.
No, it's not though. But it's not. It's not misleading because the shareholders got nothing. So HSBC took on debt and took on obligation, and it could benefit the HBSC shareholders. But if you owned it, the value to the equity valuation is gone. It is gone. There's no value. You can't even buy a share of Silicon Valley stock.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yes. I just wanted to make sure that they were putting money up in terms of backing the deposits. So that wasn't just the only financial exposure they were taking. Yeah.
The shareholders have taken a haircut, a loss, and that they're last in line.
Yeah. So it's not little. They're not even in line, right? So it's not like there was this big saving or, we bailed out the shareholders and all the tech bros came out okay. They got crushed.
Well, I think that's a little misleading because these are not average depositors. So the people that are going to be getting their money back, because it's now fully guaranteed by the United States, there are people there that had hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, you got Roku that had, I don't know, $500 million in there. These are not mom and pop investors and mom and pop depositors that put in a little bit of money, saving it for a rainy day. Like, there are a ton of people. This is like when you read about those PPP loans that people would get that would say, our business, I have $1 billion business and I got a, $300 million PPP bailout. Like, I'm not as concerned about, all the shareholders.
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. Yeah. The shareholders are different, but the depositors, right?
There are giant depositors.
But they were giant.
Sure,
yeah, this wasn't a bunch of mom and pops.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
But that's not the point, right? The point is that the entire banking system of the world.
Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. He just said the entire banking system of the world, and then we lost him. Holy shit. Now what do we do? Mark Cuban just created a bank run. The entire banking system of the world.
I'm sure he's going to say it was perfectly safe and sound.
And then all we heard was ding. The captain is asking you to put on your seatbelts and put on. This is your captain speaking. Mark Cuban has just said something about the world banking system.